Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Exclusive.
You're listening to Independent TV 7 as it is the voice of emancipation. Now, the hard way, the only way. Well, that's the narrative portrayed or being portrayed by Nigerians or locals. Well, it is now undeniable by all, but most willfully obvious that Nigeria is unworkable. Wow, unworkable? No. Well, there's no amount of self-deception can fix the multitude of problems plaguing the country. So the question now becomes north. Is it because or possible to salvage Nigeria? But are we as Yoruba prepared to do what is required to liberate our people from the shackles of involuntary enslavement? Only those who dare to defy the odds have ever excelled in their quest for self-determination. But when the young Alexander and the great burnt his boat, having arrived on the shores of Persia, it was a calculated act to give his men no option but to achieve victory. Alexander's men were unnumbered and outnumbered by the Persians, making his decision to destroy their only hope of a retreat extraordinary. Extraordinarily, this singular act was a master decision that gave him victory over Persia. This approach of destroying the boat was also employed in 1519 by the Spanish captain Hernán Cortés when he landed on the shores of Mexico. Even though their actions as invaders were callous and despicable, the audacious act of removing the means of a threat or retreat led them to victory. Now, this year, 2022, is a crossroads in the history of Yoruba and Nigeria. It is the true first of the Yoruba self-determination and the self-determination struggle. And we must all be committed and to the physical, psychological, and the emotional battle that is will involve, and that will involve what it is. There is no room for vacillation within our project of transformation. For if we fail, history will judge us as a failing to be ready for the challenge and change the way we profess. It is therefore imperative that the Yoruba leadership take their place and affirming their pledge to serve their people with all capabilities, intellectual, spiritual, and others that God has bestowed on them. They must take up their mantle of duty to see this battle through to its logical conclusion. Nigeria as a country is held together by the most tenors of threads, and those threads are in the hands of the Yoruba people. Now, the smallest of pressure is coming. The smallest of pressure from any particular group, especially the Yoruba, will cause the nation to splinter into its many components, and into many components and fractions. We must now transfer our loyalty from the doomed Nigeria to the upcoming Yoruba sovereign state and sovereign nation. It is the only hope left for the millions of our people. Now, which is the only hope left for people and for the millions of our people who are trapped in perpetual poverty. This week and just the CBN governor Emefiele tweeted that the NNPC has gone from contributing over $3 billion monthly at the time of President Jonathan's office to now remitting $0 to CBN. That is another narrative. But notwithstanding, one of the Nigeria's few lifelines at present is the diasporan remittance. And now, to now remit $0 to CBN, any person still thinking that the 2023 elections will be capable of producing the miracle required to transform Nigeria is sadly either deluded or wantonly negligent. Okay, that means the person is deluded or wantonly negligent. So that's what it is. One of the Nigeria's few lifelines at present is the diasporan remittance. If that were removed, Nigeria would be a worse situation even than Sri Lanka. The number of Nigerians living in abject poverty now surpasses the entire population of Sri Lanka by a factor of 5. Yet, when Sri Lankans were pushed to the wall, they unified and rose up to chase their president, and not just out of the office, but out of the very country. Wow. Now, we Yoruba people must decide now whether we are content to live under this level of reckless governance, or whether we want to take our decision and destiny into our own hands. We must ask for true change in the system, and no matter the discomfort we feel in doing so. Rather than just a change of guard, we must decide whether we truly desire freedom or will buckle when the opposition facing us increases their resistance. This crossroads, this movement, and is also the point where the leaders of Yoruba independence must bond the boat on the shore and declare no turning back. We must be so determined to liberate our people from this neo-colonial bondage that Nigeria has become, and that we will accept no other outcome. We must lead our people to victory, as history will not judge us kindly if we fail to seize this moment. The road to freedom is rarely pleasant to endure for those who truly believe in it. Many heroes in the past have found it to be their final endeavor, costing them their lives. It is a hard road to tread, but it is the only route to a life lived to its full potentials. Now, the Yoruba to the sovereign state, or the road to Yoruba sovereign nation, is definitely no different, and will be a precarious journey. However, it is one that must be taken if we truly desire to be free once and for all. It is the only way, and is one every Yoruba person must now be ready to take, and ready to take the bull by the horn. The leadership is ready, so we put ourselves in. So we who put our trust in them must ensure we are too. We must give them all support necessary to accomplish this great task. We each have a part to play, and we must play it to the fullest utmost of our ability in this final battle for our land, to ensure our people get the good life that they deserve. The only way we can obtain a good life is if we fight for it. Fight for justice. Justice for one is justice for all. We must be truly determined to be free from the shackles of bondage, unwilling to accept anything lesser. Yoruba sovereign nation now, no going back. Yes, Yoruba now. So Yoruba want to have their own nation and republic, same as the Igbos, Biafran, also want to determine by themselves what it is. And what it is what it is, and let's know that the fact is a fact, and the fact is what is going to be the fact thereabout. So now it is no longer news that Sunday IGBOHO also is one of the advocates. He came out just because his friend was killed, Dr. Aborode, and he decided to say, okay, now the spirit of bad governance should go. NSAS came in, riot came in, so many things came in, and thereabout. That is the narrative. But the narrative now is not clear. It's clear to everybody that yes, the governance is not doing well. The area of the economy, area of infrastructural project, and some other things are worsening. But notwithstanding, it is God who is the embedded factor. Now, if we say there is no time, there is time. Even time, with the time, there is life after time, there is everything after time, because God is the factor. God is the factor which is embedded in the time. And now, determination, self-determination. So some person will say, Arewa now, Yoruba now. The Igbos are saying Biafra now. Now, what is the narrative? Now, we don't have much time. This is why I'm going to draw the curtain. I'd like you to share your views in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe and share and like. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.